What you gonna do with the restlessness inside your worried mind? How you think you ever gonna get ahead when you feel so far behind? Step inside this endless moment for a subtle touch of grace.
Exactly. D-Rock here with CMB TV. I am sitting with Fred from Cowboy Mouth. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you. Welcome. I'm well. Welcome back to Denver, man. It's been a few months. Four.
We played here with I think we did a co-headline thing here with Candlebox back in September.
Yep,
that was
phenomenal show.
That was
phenomenal show. You guys, I think, gave them a run for their money for sure.
We had a lot of fun on that tour. It was very easy. It was very. We got to cover a lot of ground in like very little time. I think we went from San Diego all the way to Louisiana within the space of 3 weeks and all points in between. So that was great. It was a great tour, and they're great guys.
And that is my phone being an asshole.
Phone? Stop being an asshole.
There we go. So, yeah, it was a hectic tour then?
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was good because we would play like 4, 5, 6 shows a week, and it was like bang, 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 and I like that. I like going out and touring. When I go out on the road, I like to work. I don't like to have a lot of downtime. I like to go out there, do what I'm supposed to do, kick ass, and go home.
Nice, nice. Yesterday, did you have a day off?
No, we played a show in New Orleans. In fact, we played a show, and the Saints game was on in the venue where we were playing. So it was like, oh, guys, you just made my work a lot harder. So
you got to bring the crowd back up after that game.
Bring them back up, you know. But I mean, it was a great season. I mean, we've already got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hey,
it's like it's fine.
You've got something a lot.
We're okay. We're okay.
You know?
We're all right. You know?
You could be the Lions.
Man, they played good. They gave us a run for our money the week before last.
Yeah.
The first playoff game. They're going
to be a decent team next year.
Yeah, they are.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, tell me about some of the record. You haven't put one out for a little while yet, have you?
We haven't put one out. We put it out an EP about a year ago, a Mardi Gras EP of mostly cover songs. Just something kind of fun we did. But we're working on a new album. Hopefully we'll have it out in the spring. Definitely by summer. It's just a matter of when I get around to finishing it, you know. I just got to put the finishing touches on it and finish some vocals and things like that. We're playing, I think, 1 or 2 of the songs tonight here.
Oh, great.
So,
great. Are you going to introduce him as new material?
I think we played them last time. I think we played one song here last time, a song called Drama. I don't need your drama in my life no more, you know. So, I don't know. I never know what the hell I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, you kind of, no, you have a plan, you have an outline, and then you just take the outline, you throw it in the air, and then you just do whatever the hell.
And
do whatever the hell feels.
Whichever liner notes lay in front of you. And
go with the moment. I mean, a Cowboy Mouth show, it's all about chasing that moment, catching that moment, you know. A lot of bands and entertainers go for different things, you know, whether it's songs or presentation or, you know, for me, Cowboy Mouth has always been about reaching for and obtaining that moment, just that moment where, you know, you don't play the music plays you. The audience is finally at that point where they're not so self-conscious. They're not worried about looking cool. They're not worried about their jobs or this or that. You know, they're just, all of a sudden, they're just a bunch of crazy little kids with no problems in the world. Those are the moments I always like to try to create, because those are the moments that rock and roll gave me.
Well, I think that's the difference between a concert and a show. You guys put on a show.
Oh, well, thank you.
You can go to concerts, and I've been to many, that, you know, they just roll through the motions.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the night, yeah, they played some of my favorite songs, but it doesn't stand out. You know, you got to understand, like a lot of, you know, being on the road is very tough. You know, it's a very hard life. I mean, what we do, you know, as players and entertainers is very easy in terms of, you know, the actual job itself, but the job of traveling, being away from family, the grind of just hustling. I mean, the human body's not made to move hundreds of miles every day. You know, it's just today's a great example of the travel.
Yeah. We had a flight out of New Orleans at 7 a.m. and we didn't get out till 9. We missed our connection. We caught 3 flights in order to get here, and literally, I just got a nap. You know, but at the same time, you know, I think there's part of that being kind of off kilter that'll make tonight a lot more dangerous.
Dangerous. I like how you say that. Dangerous.
I like that. You know, as a performer, I like walking the high wire without a net. You know, because I'm not afraid to fall on my face. I'm not afraid to fail. You know, it's amazing how many people that I've met, performers and entertainers and things like that, they're so terrified to look foolish or to be perceived as a failure or to, you know, to look, you know, stupid or, you know, it's like,
not living up to a certain persona.
No, you know, you have to, you can't do that, you know, or at least I can't do that, because that's the whole thing for me. You know, you're not gonna, you can't reach the sky unless you shoot for it. You know what I mean?
Watching you during soundcheck, it's very evident you care about the music, you care about the technical aspects of it, but at the same time, you know, I saw you, playing a simple 4/4 and then intentionally throwing off your fills out of time just to fuck around and have a good laugh about it, you know. And I mean, that's cool. You're taking it kind of tongue in cheek at times.
I played in a band called Dash Rip Rock years ago, and one of my first gigs we ever played, we played at a little town called Black Mountain, North Carolina. This was like 1933. The Depression had just now. It was sometime in the 80s, but and I'll never forget, it was my first actual road gig. I was like, wow, I'm going on the road. Yeah, this is awesome. And, you know, we drove literally like 16 hours from Louisiana in a pickup truck to get to this gig, and played in Black Mountain, and there were three people in the audience. This couple that just happened to wander in, and the bar owner. And the bar owner hated us so much that while we were playing, he walked to the stage, shook his head, walked out to the door, locked the door behind him, and just left us in there. Locked us all in the bar. I was just like, I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing with my life, you know? And this bass player, buddy of mine named Hokey Hickle, he says, Fred, when you're out on the road, you just got to remember to laugh. And you just got to remember, always keep laughing. Because when you can't keep laughing, that's when you need to stop. So it's like, good advice.
Yes. You know, what I like about the band is I like how you're front foremost on the stage, but you still share the limelight with, you know, the rest of the band.
Well, it's a you know, the whole Cowboy Mouth thing, you know, when I first started the band, my vision was kind of to, you know, I just got tired of being in the back, you know, being a drummer, staring at guitar players' asses my whole life. You know? And, you know, a lot of times I knew I was as good, if not better, in terms of like singing and songwriting than some of the people I was playing with. You know, not to knock them, but, you know, it's just, I can do this too, you know. And so, and it was my van. So, you know, originally I kind of intended it to be like me focused and just, you know, bringing other people to the fore, because I think it's more interesting that way. Mm-hmm. But, you know, over the years, I think, you know, just being a frontman drummer, it's just still, for some reason, considered so unusual. To me, it's the most natural thing in the world. But I never really understood what I did. I just don't think about it too much, you know, until we cut a DVD about, what year is this? About 5 years ago. And I watched it. I'd seen clips here and there, but it's always kind of, I don't want to watch it. I watched the whole show, and I was like, damn, that's different.
Yeah, it is, and it really puts a different feel to the show.
Yeah, it's, you know,
Cowboy Mouth, it gives it an interesting vibe that you don't get from any other show.
You don't get from any other, you know. And I'm trying to bring an audience somewhere, you know. And when I saw that DVD, it was very much like, oh, that's not too bad, you know. It's just not too bad at this. This ain't bad at all, you know. I was actually pretty pleased, you know, that I hadn't been fooling people for the last 20 years.
Well, what I like about it is that now that you've done it, you don't get Lars Ulrich doing it because of his ego, for fear of ripping off Cowboy Mouth, you know?
Dude, you know, he's, you know, I don't know, I mean, I learned a long time.
It suits you because you're a singer that plays drums as opposed to a drummer who's trying to steal the line.
Exactly. I always kind of, I mean, I play drums, I love playing drums, I've always considered myself a drummer, but I've always naturally been a singer. I mean, you know, my old family story is I was born deaf, and because of a deformity in my ears that they couldn't correct till I was older, and my folks used to lay my head on stereo speakers and crank the music, and so from what, you know, my mom and dad told me, and my brothers and sisters, my brother and sister still tell me, you know, that I could actually sing before I could talk. So yeah, for like years I couldn't talk, but I could Italian opera and show tunes and all the crap my folks listened to. And so, you know, it's music's always been kind of my first communication. I'm a lot more comfortable singing a song than I am having a conversation. social misfit, yeah. Hence, musician.
There's a lot of people that until they get into their element and they shut everything else out and they're doing what they feel comfortable, that they are a little, like you said, so.
Well, you have to kind of find out where you shine, you know, wherever that is, you know, and you know, you have to figure out where it is you dance, and you know, what's the line? What's the line in that movie, Cotton Club? What's Lawrence Fishburne says? The man ain't left me nothing but the underworld, so that's where I dance. You know, it's like, that's that's great. You know.
Now, does being the front man and having your riser right up there at the front of the stage, does that have anything to do with the simplicity of your kit? You know, you sitting up high in the kit, and really, I mean, we can see your waist from the floor. You know, I mean, there's you're not hiding behind a lot of cymbals, a lot of toms.
No. I used to play with a couple more cymbals, like one or two more. But when I started playing with Cowboy Mouth, I noticed that having extra cymbals and extra drums was cutting off eye contact. And primarily as a performer, you have to have eye contact. You need to see everybody, and everybody needs to see you. You know, in terms of, you know, it's very simple in making the eyes. It can be like 90 miles away, but they need to see your eyes, you know. And so, everything like that in terms of presentation, in terms of what I do, there's a pragmatic reason for it. Like the riser was simply because, okay, I'm sitting down, so therefore I'm about 2/3 as tall as everybody else, but I'm the lead singer, so I'm asking people to watch me. And over the years, you know, when we first started and I was playing without a riser, you'd see people doing that. You know, it's like, okay, well, I'm not trying to be taller than anybody. Sometimes I am because, you know, my posture will be different nights, but, you know, that's just, people pay to come see us, people pay to come see me do my thing. Just trying to make it easier for them so they'll come back, you know. And like the shorts and the bare feet is just basically to feel the music better and just be comfortable, you know.
Cool. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the Cowboy Mouth show yet, it's something to behold. Why haven't you?
The fuck?
Yeah, get your ass out.
Get your ass out here. Come on.
There's a point in the set where plastic red spoons just come flying through the crowd up towards the stage in any which way but loose. Can you explain to the fans out there who haven't seen it?
No, I can't, because I don't know what happened. They just started doing it.
She's got a red light, lights up her red room. She's a red cake with my favorite red spoon.
It was a song that Griff wrote a long time ago called Everybody Loves Jill, ostensibly about a friend of ours named Jill, who was having trouble finding a boyfriend at the time. And it's just a little thing he made up, totally off the cuff, just to make her smile. And for some reason, I think she was wearing a red shirt that day, so he started thinking about a red shirt, red cat, red spoon, and the song was really catchy, so we put it on an album. And then fans started throwing red plastic spoons. You know, I guess we had a lot of fans that went to Dairy Queen or something. You know?
Good thing you weren't talking about red nuts.
Yeah. Well, I just wish I would have written a song about, you know, like gold and silver bars or property deeds or something like that. Mineral rights. Mineral rights to, like, you know, 100 acres of land or something like that. You know?
Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you, Fred.
Thank you, man.
Fred with Cowboy Mouth here at the Bluebird Theater in Denver, Colorado, January 15th. Check these guys out. They rock the fuck out. D-Rock with CMB TV. We are out. We will see you next time.
What you gonna do with the restlessness inside your worried mind? How you think you're ever gonna get ahead when you feel so far behind? Step inside this endless moment for a subtle touch of grace. I've always found my strength inside the act of faith.